Some people call it the crab stitch. I guess because it's going backwards, I'm not sure. But either way, today I'm going to show you how to do a reverse single crochet stitch. Alright, so before we begin this actual demonstration here, I want to show you a little swatch that I made. This swatch is made of single crochet, and I have my stitch marker on the very first chain on this side here. And if you recall, the stitches are made in little V shapes, so that's how you count your chains. And I'm showing you the top view because I want you to see what the chain's going to look like when you put the border on. So right now, normally when you single crochet, you're going to go from right to left. When we do the reverse single crochet, we're actually going from the opposite directions to this way. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be chaining one, and then I'll go ahead and actually do this here with you. As you can see, so I'm going to get my hand ready, chain one, and then what we're going to do at this point here is we want to insert our chain into this first V right here. Now it's up to you. You can go to the first or the second. It just depends on your pattern, what it calls for. But usually I just put it in the very first one. So we chain one first, and then we go. And here's another thing that I want to mention too. When you're doing this, you want to swing your hook in this direction. You don't want to go in this direction. So it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to go here, put this through, and you want to go underneath the first V. And I like to use my fingers to help out with it. So you see that I have this underneath the first V right there. So this is the one that's my loop originally for the chain. And then here's my loop, and then you're just going to yarn over, pull through. So you should have 2 loops on your chain right now. So I mean 2 loops on your hook, and then you're just going to yarn over and single crochet just like you normally would. So that's how you want to do it. So now going forward again, so this is the next spot I want to go here, this little V right here. That's the next one. So all we're doing is just going in the opposite direction. So you're just single crocheting like you normally would, but you're just going to go in that direction. So I like to go underneath again. If you have to use your other hand or whatever, sometimes it just depends on how you do it, but I always swing my hook in that direction to go underneath. So now you see that I'm underneath the 2 V's again. Then I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and when you pull through, make sure you're swinging in this direction here. You want to go again in this direction when you're pulling it out. So when you're pulling it out, you want to pull out the hook and go and swing in this direction. So that way, when you go, it'll go into this little like a circle. It'll keep on going that direction. So now that you got the 2 here, yarn over, pull through. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go into the next hole. Make sure that I'm underneath the 2 V's. But you can see that I should have the 2 V's right there. Make sure I'm in focus. Then I'm going to go ahead and yarn over, pull through. I should have 2 loops on my hook, which I do. And again, remember I swung through this direction. And I'm going to give myself a little more yarn here. And give myself a little bit of looseness here, and yarn over, pull through 2. There we go. And then here's the next stitch. We're gonna go next chain. We're gonna go to. So going underneath here, through both of those, get the V, yarn over, pull through, and you should have. Whoops! I gotta do it again. Go through the 2. So I have the 2 little V's underneath that. Yarn over, pull through. Then you have 2. Yarn over, pull through. We're gonna continue to do this. So I got a couple more to go. You'll see where the stitch marker is, so you know we're almost there. We're halfway there. Yarn over, pull through. Again, this is just because it's the border. I have to use my other hand sometimes just to push it through, just because it feels awkward. It's going in the opposite direction that you're normally doing it. And that one I missed it. So let me get my loop back here. And this is what happens when you miss it. Just go back underneath, because what happened is when I moved it over, I lost it out of the hoop. So go here, pull it through that 2 little V's, yarn over, pull through. So you should have 2 loops on your hook. Again, you're twisting the way you're twisting it. You want it to go that way. Yarn over, pull through 2. Go over here, go through that little V. Yarn over, pull through 2. I should have 2 loops. Again, perfect. And I made this one a little bit too tight. Sorry, I can pull it. I can push it through. Not a problem. I can make it work. But you understand, as long as you understand what I'm doing here, you actually do a little better job than I did. And then we see that's the last one right here that we're gonna go through. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it through those V's. Then I got it underneath that V there, and I'm gonna yarn over, pull through, and I should have, actually let me take the stitch marker out, because it just made it a little difficult. Here, back into this. Get 2 more because I frogged it. Yarn over. Oops. And this is the tip. Sometimes you're gonna have a difficulty. So I got the 2 over here. At least you can watch me do it, but you understand the process. That's the whole key. I don't really care if this doesn't look that great right here. You understand the process. That's what really counts. So here's the last one. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna try it this time with the stitch marker on there, and then yarn over. Yarn over. I have 2 on the hook. Perfect. That's what I wanted. There we go. And that is how you complete it. So if you notice now, like before, remember I had the little V's, how it looked on the bottom of the first time I showed you? Now you have like a little cord and it goes in that little angle. It's going to start going all towards that right angle. So that is how you do a reverse crochet stitch, crab stitch. Boom, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I got more videos just like this. Don't forget to subscribe. Ciao.